Oh, hi everybody. How you doing? It's me, the solo commentator, Koi, with you for this mystery race on the Link to the Past Randomizer daily races. Yay! I don't know why I'm alone today, but I am alone today, so I hope chat's gonna help me. With me is Dark Diplomat on tracking, but he's gonna be a little busy to help commentate. Because we have a mystery race, and I believe it's just a weighted mystery race, so there are some pretty gross things that can happen. So we can see right away that is going to be a swords. Both of our runners already have a sword in their inventory, and at least one randomizer setting is enabled. Otherwise, you wouldn't see that N6032 at the bottom. But what happens beyond that, I have no idea. We could see full key sanity, we could see Triforce Hunt, we could see 0-0 crystal requirements. Who knows? We're just going to have to figure it out as we go along, as will the runners. They have no information on what settings have been chosen for this seed. Hence, mystery. We're going to get started here any minute now. Our runners today are Plasma Kappa and Chloe Prower, who are both very accomplished runners. They can handle it. They'll be okay. But I don't know if I will. All right, and we're off. It is standard. Standard is the setting of choice for our world state. Get the chop to the castle. Nice bombos there in the first chest. So this is kind of nice for me being sole commentator. There's very little to talk about in a standard opening. Everybody does the same thing, goes to the same places, checks the same things. Yeah, I believe when we saw the menu there, you didn't see the count of all the keys, so it is not key sanity, at the least. Oh, now I'm joined by Raylan! I'm not alone anymore! Hi, Raylan!
Hello!
You missed a lot so far.
Yeah, very mysterious mystery start, I would say, so...
So far we know it's Assured Sword, standard opening, not key sanity, and there's an randomizer setting, but I don't know what. It looks like health has not been randomized, but that may just be a coincidence.
Okay. Also doesn't look like enemies are randomized.
Yeah, we pretty much rule that out after you see like 6 green guards.
But yeah, I mean, Bombos medallion for the start. Even if enemies were to be randomized, that would have been good 8.
Now, I believe that this doesn't rule out map compass shuffle. It only rules out small key shuffle, right? The menu not having the key count.
I'm not in knowledge of that.
Oh, we did see info on the map check. You're absolutely right.
Okay, yeah. I was about to ask that.
I wasn't paying attention to that. I don't play a lot of mystery myself. My problem with mystery is, I think it's a lot of fun figuring out what the settings are. But once you figure out it's like a swordless boss shuffle, you then have to play a swordless boss shuffle, which isn't as appealing to me.
Yeah. That's why I'm not a big fan of mystery. I see the appeal.
Prize back. Yeah, our cards here are in the good prize pack. Our 4th item drop will be 8 bombs.
Yeah. Always a good thing for a standard seed.
So we may see them kill a few extra guards on the way, but probably going to get our 8 bomb drop in the rope hallway.
Ooh, Chloe using the bombos.
Yeah, he's not playing around. I mean, we haven't been hit by any enemies yet, so like, there's no confirmation on whether or not it's damage shuffle. And doing the 8 slashes like Plasma Kappa did can be very dangerous. Very easy to accidentally walk into the ball and chain guard. So far, everyone's remained untouched. We know there's at least one Randomizer setting because we did see the Randomizer tag at the bottom of the file select screen, but we haven't seen which Randomizer setting that is.
Yeah, so I think the most likely thing for it to be currently would be the boss shuffle, which we would have no knowledge of if it is on or not until we see a boss.
Yeah, I think we've pretty much ruled out damage shuffle, or sorry, health shuffle, but nobody's gotten hit by anything, so we don't know about damage shuffle. Whoop! Nope, it's damage shuffle because that green card just did 2 hearts to Chloe Prower.
Okay, that's good information.
Not a lot of fun for escape here when you only have 3 hearts, and some of these rats and stuff can be hard to walk through. So if one of the rats ends up doing at least like a heart of damage, Chloe's going to be in trouble.
Plasma not intending to find out what damage.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice kill there on Splinter. All right, killing ropes here, trying to get his 8 bombs. He only gets to the 20 rupees.
But
he
there's
needs one
someone
more
here.
drop.
Oh. They're just doing 1 heart. We get a cape.
Chloe also only gets the 20 rupees. Very unlucky on these drops today. Every enemy has a 50% chance to drop their item. And because we know the prize pack, we know there's 8 bombs on the way.
Oh, this is painful. And going back for the bombs, Chloe here.
Yeah, I really don't blame him because, like, you know that there's bombs. Unfortunately, he did kill every rope in that hallway.
Ooh.
Looks like the rats will not have bombs in their pack, so we are out of enemies to kill. Chloe's gonna have to like go all the way back for guards if he wants to get that bomb drop.
Isn't the back or the throne just closed the door?
Yeah.
So would be a 7 quit needed.
Yeah. Are there any enemies that he can kill? I don't know what Chloe's doing. He's freaking me out.
I think looking for enemies to kill, but there aren't any.
Yeah, unfortunately, we just got really unlucky on the drops. Thankfully for Chloe, like the same thing happened to Kappa. Oh, he's actually gonna death warp and get them that way.
Those bats apparently only do a quarter of the heart of damage.
Of course.
So not even death warping here. Oh boy.
This is a pretty big gamble for Chloe to spend this much time looking for bombs. Because, you know, odds are pretty good. You're just going to find gloves and be able to do it later.
So what Chloe wants to see right now is probably the mitts and the moon pearl in the back of escape. Similar.
Or a glove. Definitely a glove would be the best thing. Or 2 gloves. 2 gloves would be perfect because then Plasma Kappa would have to come back through. Oh yeah, there you go. The very first drop is the 8 bombs.
Of course. There was a 100% chance for those to appear after that miserable drop rate. Because that's how it always is.
Kappa not getting any help from the bush crab or the tree pole. But we do have plenty of rupees to buy some bombs. Nice mirror there in Blindside Out. Or Thieves Side Out.
But doing a 7 quit?
Yeah, you see this sometimes. Players like to put off Kakariko for a while, hoping to find a bottle or a flute. And with that sword, like South Shore is not too challenging or anything. Nothing in the back of escape, poor Chloe.
Oh. Well, at least Chloe has the bombs for Kakariko from the start.
Yeah,
so
for sure. Looks like Plasma Kappa is gonna just go in here and buy bombs. Typically, you go onto Sahasrara when you make this play.
Ooh.
And that's what he's gonna do.
I think that will probably be it for that, because that was a bow on Lake Heidi Island, and with the mirror already found, Plasma Kappa might want to put off Eastern until you can collect that one.
Yeah, there is still the possibility of boss shuffle, so maybe the bow won't matter so much for Argus, but we will need that bow to get to the boss of Eastern because the enemies are not randomized. It's the Hospitalist Hut just paying out some rupees today, but quite a few of them.
So that amount Plasma Kappa should be up to Zora money. We're pretty close to it.
Yeah, and continuing to put off Kakariko here, headed down to South Shore. Again, just looking for a bottle or a flute to make the Kakariko trip just a little bit better. Here we can use the mirror to erase a block. Totally normal. Nothing strange happening. That block was never there. The car! The thing is, okay, alright, this is all Chloe. This is all on Chloe, because Chloe did get hit by a green guard earlier. He knew that they did 2 hearts of damage. Unfortunate death there. Gonna lose a little bit of time walking back.
Octorok's also on the 2 heart damage train here.
Basically crabs.
Yeah. No blame here. Just not dealing with the minimal drums at all. Pulling up bombos. You do not want to risk dying here.
Yeah, mini Moldorms are notorious for hitting you when they shouldn't. Just a shield and some health there in Mini Moldorm Cave. Pazakappa should continue on and head over to Ice Rod. While Chloe's making his way through Kakariko Village. The Burb! Okay, he's fine. So there are different kinds of damage shuffle. So it looks like so far we've only seen things do half a heart, 1 heart, and 2 hearts. So it's probably just shuffle rather than random. But it could just be random, where enemies can do anywhere between 0 and 8 hearts of damage, and it's completely random what number is chosen. Where shuffle would be all the enemies' damage that they normally do is just shuffled around to which enemy it does. So like however many enemies did 4 hearts of damage before will stay the same. It's just which enemies are different. Chloe picking up hook shot, was it?
Yeah, hook shot and
very nice.
In the back of the wall. So we have quite a few items already here. On the other hand, Plasma Kappa did find a bottle in the Ice Rod Cave, but wasn't our first one, so no real payoff here.
Yeah, not super helpful. We did get a bottle in the escape already. I'm a little disappointed it wasn't an entrance seed. I would have liked to see an entrance seed. Quake medallion on the race game. Plasma Kappa likely going to go back for that. Maybe later. We'll do it later.
But Plasma Kappa has the mirror, so once we are in the Village of Outcasts, we can just mirror back to collect it if needed.
Absolutely. We have a powder on the library as well. Hopefully never having to come back for that, but powder is a very nice item to have in general. So if it's on the way, we'll probably pick it up. Chloe will be going back for that Quake medallion. And now we have nothing to talk about until somebody goes to Eastern. Darn.
Ah, this is a problem. Well, I mean, it's still a mystery, so we can try to go through all the possibilities that can still be on us. We
Sure.
don't know the goal of our siege currently.
Correct. We will have
so,
to check the signs for that information.
With the book, we could have actually checked for one of our goals while we were in Kakariko. Yes. The pedestal information would tell us if the Triforce is on there, so we would know to actually do the pendants.
What does it say if it's a pedestal? It says like you win, right?
Yeah, something
when
like
you check
that.
pedestal.
Yeah. Chloe on the South Shore. Its Plasma Cup is finishing up the Kakariko checks and will hopefully head to some new locations after it.
Yeah, after Kakariko, Plasma Kappa's has a couple options. We can go over to Eastern. We could sequence break up the mountain, which isn't a terrible play since we already have the hook shot. We can like fake flipper with the moon pearl and the gloves. Zora would be in logic. Looks like this is a mountain play though. He's
maybe back of escape. Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
3 quick checks.
Yeah, Desert and Eastern are also options, but they're also pretty unfortunate plays because we won't be able to full clear either dungeon.
Yeah, with no fire source to get to the boss of Desert, and the bow, while known not be accessible right now.
I would not be surprised to see Chloe end this route with the fake flipper though, because like we're already coming up here to Ice Rock Cave. Chloe's options are pretty thin following this, and we're so close to 500 rupees. Like we could just farm them up in the 20 rupee cave here.
Yeah.
You can see him. He seems to be killing extra enemies trying to get some rupees.
Yeah, and get some. So this would be only 2 trips to that cave to farm 20 rupees, which is not too much of a time loss, so you could see it happening here. Yeah.
Yeah, he's walking back out. This is a fake flipper play.
Yeah, Plasma Copper is going up the mountain. But interesting.
Chloe's not gonna dip the cave though for the rupees. Instead, just gonna hope to find them on the way.
Huh.
He may also only do hobo or something.
Yeah, this would be more likely, I'd say, at this point.
It's not too uncommon of a play to only do hobo.
Yeah.
I know at least a few really good runners who really enjoy making the hobo play very, very early. Oh, Dead Rocks are beastly today.
Oh.
Chloe actually not going to hobo at all. Instead, heading straight to Waterfall Ferry. Maybe coming back for hobo with the water walk.
Maybe. So get 20 more, and nope, that's just a single one.
Just 8 more rupees. Plasma Kappa. And these Dead Rocks, man. Ooh.
Chloe taking a peek at this ledge at least. I didn't pay too much attention, but did we get a stun price check?
Yeah, it was small magic, I think.
Oh. And another bottle up on there as Chloe.
He loses his water walk, so can't go back to hobo now. Tech, please. Chloe taking an unfortunate death from crabs, who are apparently still incredibly dangerous.
So yeah, at that point, I really would have liked Chloe see, or I would have liked seen to just pick up those 40 extra rupees at Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah, I agree. I think I definitely would have done that because I mean, even if it's slower than happening to get rupees, it is 100% guaranteed to get 20 rupees out of the 20 rupee cave.
Yeah. So that Paradox Cave was not really helpful. Bugnet is nice, but our runners probably won't use it too often, as there's not often the urgent need to store ferries.
So Chloe goes to Sahasrara and gets rupees now for Zora, but chooses not to go into Eastern, going back to the mountain, it looks like. So this may end up working in Plasma Kappa's favor, because Chloe hasn't gotten anything extra. And when Plasma Kappa makes a decision to go to do the Flake Flippers, he will have plenty of rupees.
On the other hand, the mountains so far not paying off. And it's not Spiral Cave.
Just a piece of heart.
Yep, looks like we will have to go to one of our dungeons.
We got Eastern, Fake Flippers, and Desert. Plasma Kappa instead goes to the mountain. Oh, he hasn't been up to Spectral Rock.
Yeah, Hera, right, with the mirror.
This rock's doing 0 damage. They are. Dead rocks one-shot you, but boulders do nothing. That's a fair trade-off.
Yeah.
Looks like Chloe's opting to go up to Hera first, rather than go to Easteth Mountain.
Let's see if we will get a quick Darkworld map check. We didn't get one plasma. Great Pendant Thieves Town, Pendant Eyes, and Pot and Mire the red crystals.
Honestly, I really like Plasma Kappa's play to go to Easteth Mountain first, because there were several items that would make coming up to Hera better if you found them. Like the Master Sword to get the Ether Tablet, or Fire Source to guarantee Hera basement access. But none of that was found on Easteth Mountain, so it's not going to punish Chloe today.
Oh,
speaking of the Master Sword.
Yeah, just there in Hera. Let's see if we are needed to pull out the Hera pot, or if it's just an option for us. Nope, we could just go up the normal way, but
Looks like Plasma Kappa is going to do Hera pot anyway. This is faster if you can set it up really quickly. I think you have to do it in less than 8 seconds or something.
Which
so looks like it's going to be a time loss here for Kappa, but it is very swag.
And very solid on once the first pixel was found. Yeah, and with those dead rocks out there, actually making use of the botnet.
Yes, we get extra value from doing Hera pot here, because there's no way you're getting those fairies otherwise.
Oh.
Small key and a map. We're so lucky. Chloe going for the bomb jump here. It's a very dangerous bomb jump. If you do mess it up, you fall a very, very long way. Chloe gets it, no problem though. Moving on to a Moldorm.
Nope, that looks like a Vitreous.
Oh! Oh! Boss shuffle, indeed.
Yeah, but would the Cape found Plasma Kappa actually making use of the game's inability to drain your magic while you're swinging forward?
Yeah, so if you guys didn't know, Link to the Past is completely incapable of doing two things at the same time. So in this situation, the game needs to remember to make the cape cost magic, but also to generate damage values when you slash all those eyes. And something's got to be left behind, so our cape ends up being almost free while we're slashing the sword. Gonna run out of magic here, though. Whoa. Okay.
Chloe, though, unfortunately died to Vitreous, not trying to use the cape, and bailed out for the moment.
And there's an item in the basement.
But that's the first crystal for Plasma Kappa. Now, we still don't know if that one is actually needed or not.
Yeah, the goal is still up in the air. It could be a pet goal, it could be like a 0 crystal goal. No way to know quite yet. But with Hera done, East F Mountain done, Plasma Kappa's got to go somewhere else. This is a desert play, it looks like.
Yeah. Again, with the bow known on Lake Hylia Island, probably trying to put off Eastern so you can collect it. And
yeah, and Desert does have other checks associated with it. Like, we're going to see a Gina's Cape for the first time, the Desert Ledge for the first time, and even if you can't finish Desert, it is a pendant, and it's more likely to be a crystal goal than a pendant goal. Oh, Chloe taking another death. This damage shuffle's got Chloe's number.
Definitely. But I think Chloe only missed out on Spiral Cave, which we know won't hurt, and that's another fairy for Plasma Kappa. And I believe all of 4 of our bottles accounted for. We did see that one on Zora Ledge.
Narrowly avoiding that Guildman. Oh, who does 2 hearts of damage? And we have a fetch quest on Zora Ledge. We can get to this one.
So this is gonna be interesting. We did see the powder in library, so if you're a fan of fake powdering, maybe saving that mushroom would be a bit higher on priority, since you know the powder will be coming into play at some point, or could be.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you for sure, because like, normally I'm not a big fan of saving the mushroom for fake powder, because I feel like if the game wants to give you the powder, it's just going to give you the powder. Although now that we found the boots, I'm just going to stop talking.
Yeah.
Because now you just get the powder.
I was just wanting to point out before we found the boots that since we only have a few items left to check right now, there could just be some progression on the mushroom also, and in that case, saving for fake powder wouldn't really be possible. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think you just you would save and quit, and then if it was something, then you just go with it, and if it wasn't, then you can reset the console.
With those boots, we can just full clear the front of Desert, get that mushroom, and turn it in without worries.
Kind of a nice layout, though, considering that we actually want to go to Desert Ledge here.
Yeah. So, as big chest having our second item. It is just our piece, though.
Alright, so that's all the items in Desert. So all we have left in the entire game in Logic is Zora, Eastern, and a Mushroom. Which is it gonna be?
So I personally would probably turn in the Mushroom first.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think Mushroom is absolutely the right call in this situation. It's also the most likely to be the answer because your items are leading you to it. But Sphere 1, man, gets you every time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also prone to last located stuff in Zora, so if I were to play the seat, it would probably be on there.
I'd go Eastern before Zora, like every time.
Looks like Plasma Kappa is at least in the same opinion as we are to just turn in the Mushroom first. Because surely that book isn't just there.
Surely.
For show.
And our Mushroom has turned into 20 rupees! Plasma Kappa does reset the console, although, as we talked about before, not necessary because the powder is on the library. Well, rip. So Eastern or Fake Flipper? Now, Fake Flippering for Plasma Kappa makes a lot more sense because he hasn't done all those other checks around Zora. But for Chloe, it's going to be Zora by itself.
Yeah.
Oh, Bonk Rocks! We didn't even think about this.
Right. That's just another heart piece.
That's why we didn't think about it, because we knew it was nothing. Clearly.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Plasma Kappa goes into Mini Moldorm here to set up a water walk by dashing out along the pit. Unfortunately, that doesn't work when you jump in the waters to the east like that. You do have to jump south into deep water to water walk.
And this also means, I think, that the short water walk is gone now.
Yeah, it is.
When you jump into the water without activating it, it's just gone.
Where are you headed, Chloe?
Powder?
But he can get the powder, but he can't do anything with it.
Yeah, I'm confused, but that's the powder direction.
Yeah, this is an unusual play to get the powder now.
Maybe forgetting that the hammer is needed right now still? No, just want to grab it.
Oh wow,
I mean,
that Zora taking Plasma Kappa down to half a heart. Too bad he doesn't have like 4 fairies in bottles.
I mean, on the other hand, as much as Chloe died now, I think there may be an higher want for additional safety.
Zora turns out to be the play. Plasma Kappa getting the hammer from Zora. Very unfortunate for Chloe.
Yeah, and once Chloe gets back there, those missed 8 rupees will probably really, really hurt.
Hopefully Chloe continues on to Zora from the potion shop here. This would be the most convenient time to do Zora.
Interestingly, Plasma Kappa does start out in Village of Outcast right away. Not turning in the powder right now, which would have been a possibility actually.
Yeah, I don't blame him though. Looks like he's going after the ped check though. We will get to find out whether or not this is a ped goal.
Yeah, I actually like this right now. Because you could do the Stone Crystal, but maybe you don't need to. And yeah.
What is the ped goal? Look at that. So Chloe is going on to Zora, so this is really good for Chloe. Unfortunately, taking a headfirst dive into one of those buzz blobs.
That's the fairy from Agina gone now.
So this is very good information for Plasma Kappa. He now knows that the pedestals are what he's after. So desert and then what was it? Thieves and ice.
Yeah. So actually, this will probably be just a Thieves Town full clear right now. So it's one step. Okay.
Or at least an attempt at a full clear, because it is boss shuffle.
True. I mean, although we have quite a collection of items to fight bosses. We have the Oakshot for Argus. We have the Bombos Medallion to fight Cold Scare.
Trinexes are only... Uh-oh. I mean, Armos would be pretty gross, but we can do it.
We have Master Sword, so if you have Sword Beams, it's actually not too bad.
But for sure, what we need to finish the seed, we will need at least a fire source. No, wait. Yeah, we need a fire source for desert, and we'll need mitts for Ice Palace. Otherwise, we're pretty good.
Yeah. And if the needed fire source turns out to be our fire rod, we actually don't have to fear any of the bosses.
Chloe also doing the ped check, getting that very important information. It's funny they both did that, because I would have favored going to the pyramid and checking the signs.
Yeah, I'm personally more a fan of starting at Hype Cave, my Darkwood trip, before going to the Village Outcast area, so I would have gone the route to Pedestal and Catfish. Not Pedestal, to Pyramid and Catfish. To check there. Ooh.
And there's one of our required items, the mitts in Great Red Ledge. Real heads up play from Plasma Kappa, getting these a little bit out of the way locations. Unfortunately, misplaced his mirror portal just a little bit. Nothing a couple screen transitions can't solve.
So this bow on the Lake Hylia Island is now a really, really interesting item, because you really don't need it. Except for some very, very specific item placements. So do you actually bother to picking it up?
Well, there is the possibility of Ganon's Tower not requiring very many crystals to get into, and we already have access to the Ganon's Tower area. So it's not impossible to see a Ganon's Tower dive, and to even see a Ganon's Tower climb being required.
Oh dear. Before all that, there will be that Thieves Town attempted clear. You're still a fire rod away from knowing that we can clear it. But yeah, I mean, in Randomizer or in Boss Shuffle specifically, go and check in the boss of Thieves Town is actually not that much of a pain, as it is always in the boss room. So it's really just go through the front, and then straight to the boss room to see.
Yeah, the only real danger with checking the boss here is if it is a boss you can't kill, you're stuck in the room, and you have to death warp to get back out, or mirror. But we can kill almost everything.
With the mirror, you can even just collect the crystal, the key in front of the boss room, then check and just mirror out and go back in if you really wanted to go to the back. That won't lose you that much of a time, and you can have a little shorter trip on your second way through.
You know, given that Plasma Kappa already has Bombos and the mids, I would not be surprised to see him just kill the boss of Thieves and then go to Ice Palace.
Yep.
While we can't logically do Ice Palace without the flippers, we can fake flipper to it, no problem.
And we got the bombos, and we all know that the fire really likes to hide in Ice Palace if you get bombos.
Looks like Plasma Kappa is opting to full clear before checking out the boss here.
You know, there's always also the possibility of not remembering that you don't have to do the back to check the boss.
He's coming back.
Maybe Plasma Kappa just realized that.
Oh yeah, boss shuffle. Except now he's there with 2 hearts, but again, he has like 1,000 fairies. Oh, it's Armos, gross.
And now you really would like those sword beams, so I maybe even think about just pulling out Fairy in this spot. Or Burner. Burner works too.
Yeah, Burner is a very effective weapon against this boss, but you kind of need them all to group up.
Really nice here. But yeah, like I said, maybe just pulling out one of the fairies, take it normally, and then use sword beams to stun lock them on the upper wall.
At least we don't have to kill them with the hammer.
I mean, I'd rather would have seen a boomerang kill, but yeah. We're too well equipped for that and don't have a boomerang.
Alright, 1 pendant down, 2 to go. Plasma Kappa on a roll. I believe there's 1 more item in Thieves Town, but it would require going to like all of the back. So it looks like Plasma Kappa is opting to not even worry about it. We're 1 item from go mode. Oh, there's your boomerang.
Yeah, why did you grab that one first, Plasma Kappa? Would have been just such a great weapon to kill that boss.
Because it's inefficient. Chloe also going to the back first. We'll see if he changes his mind halfway there.
Goes at least further than Plasma Kappa did. And is about to die again.
Gosh, how frustrating. Like, he even did the cape dash to not die here. Catching a fairy on the way, that'll save him from any future mistakes.
And now Plasma Kappa is collecting the powder, combining it with the Smith chain here to find that fire source that would put us possibly into go mode.
I'm not a big fan of doing the Smith sequence here. It just, like, you only need a fire source, and there's 2 different fire sources you can get. I think you're probably better off just skipping these slower checks and, beelining for Hype Cave and Ice Palace.
Yeah. Although these are not too slow checks, as you get all 4 of those.
This is as fast as they get, it's true.
And if you actually find your fire source here, you can possibly just skip Hype Cave and all the other stuff and just go straight to your... go straight to go moding Ice. Praying all the while that there's no surprise Trinex down there. It looks like the last item in Thieves Town is half magic. Okay.
Not a terrible thing to find, but unfortunately not very helpful at the moment. Show us the lamp. Never lucky. Chloe heading into what turned out to be an Armos fight. Chloe does have sword beams though, so this will make this a little simpler.
Yep.
Although even better than sword beams would be that half magic plus burner combo.
Yeah, this is actually not something you're really thinking about, because you most of the time when you fight Armors, you just have to go with the superior to everything else. But burner is surprisingly effective, and it's real time save if you pull it out.
Chloe getting bumped quite a bit by the Armos Knights here. It's unfortunate, just it's just the way the fight works. The more aggressive you are, the easier it is for it to do damage to you.
And there,
And Fire Source! A Fire Source in Cave 45. So Plasma Kappa is in go mode as long as Trinex is not the boss of Ice or Desert.
and thinking about, but ultimately leaving behind that purple chest.
Yeah, he's not even a little bit worried about that.
So
I think this will be a Desert play.
yeah, but I could see Plasma Kappa just doing Hype Cave anyway, because it's 5 very quick checks, and if you find Tempered and you have to fight a Cold Stare or Vitreous again, that would really help.
Yeah, absolutely. I would skip it, though, because I have like 4 fairies.
That's Samaria.
Yeah, potentially required logically for Ice Palace.
Makes it even easier.
Slow and Steady wins the race. Chloe Prower takes down Armos Knights for his first pendant. Plasma Kappa was going for the swag. The swag, immediately cancel your dash on the right frame. Fake flipper here. Unfortunately misses it and has to do the transition game.
And this just feels the worst when it's not working, because you usually do it so easily, so you don't really think about doing it, just try to wing it. And
yeah, what he was trying to do there is he gets as close as possible to the screen transition, like 1 pixel away from transitioning, and then you hop in the water on that spot. And we set it up real easy with that bush on the left side. If you have your sword held out while lined up on the left side of the bush, you can just diagonal up to the ledge, and that's always puts you on the right pixel.
but this time Chloe Prower is going to do the King's Tomb and Graveyard Edge check, and will get the bits.
Yeah, it's a good play here.
So we'll then only need to find that lamp in Cave 45, and would also be in
Pretty much go mode.
Go mode, we assume it is.
And probably go mode.
Most likely go mode.
I sure hope it's go mode.
I'm sure they hope it's go mode.
Plasma Kappa does the Ice Palace bomb jump here to preclude the need for that Ice Palace big key. This is Go Mode Ice. Don't need to open every chest. We don't care about the items. We just want the boss. Oh, messed up the bomb kill a little bit. He gets him done in about the right amount of time, but takes some damage there. What he was trying to do is place 2 bombs and then bonk on the right wall over the Pengators, and then the bombs kill all of them. But he accidentally picked up his second bomb.
It can happen if it try to start dashing too close to that bomb. So, boss time here in Ice Palace. What will it be? That's not a Trinex.
It is a pink Helmosaur. He's the fancy Helmosaur.
Yeah, this is remembering me of one of an Randomizer seed that was in the recent German tournament where we had a Chaos Ball shuffle and there were 5 Helmosaur throughout the seed, so we got a nice variety of mask colors. We had a red one. It's basically the.
Did you get the helicopter one?
I think so, but I think that one wasn't actually in Helmosaur, so we didn't get to see a Helmocopter, but yeah, there were quite a few.
Alright, Plasma Kappa only has one real option here. Head straight to Desert and hope it's not Trinex. Meanwhile, Chloe is taking care of the Smith sequence like Plasma Kappa did. This will lead him down to K45. I sure hope it's Trinex.
This would turn this seat upside down.
It would amuse me so greatly. Plus, I don't have any plans tonight. You know, like I need things to do in the afternoon.
We could very likely look at a sub-hour finish here, but there's still the possibility for this to go up to 2 hours. If you do real nasty stuff with the fire rod. Although I suppose with Skullwood's being crystal, can.
Well, it's for random crystals though.
Huh.
Like it could be like 6 or fewer for GT.
True. Chloe Prower finds that lamp. We'll probably assume a similar go mode strategy, leaving that purple chest behind.
Yeah, he's not even as committed to Plasma Kappa as doing the on the way checks, headed straight to Desert, or possibly Ice.
Looks like Desert.
Alright, all or nothing. Trinex or bust. What's it gonna be? Aw. Just a blind. Feels bad, man.
So Plasma Kappa, now fully in go mode, needs just to take down blind here and can then get straight back to Kakariko, pull that pedestal and be done, but let's see.
This was one of the nicest Enemizer, or one of the nicest mystery scenes I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just pedestal goal with all 3 pendants right on the way. I like it.
Boss is not too crazy. The only kinda mean thing was putting the hammer up on Zora, but even that's just still somewhat okay because you
Yeah.
are
Yeah, both
Fourth.
players managed to skip the Eastern. They made the Zora play before Eastern even. Plasma headed straight to this pedestal. The Triforce is on pedestal. Time is when he picks it up. Right now. GG!
GG.
Chloe taking out Blind here in Desert Palace, and then a quick trip to Ice Palace will end the game. And we welcome Plasma Kappa to the voice chat. GG.
GG.
So that was a nice seed, huh?
I mean, it's pretty good. Then it turned kind of bad and fast somehow. Because I had a setup where I could water walk the bow and do pod EP, but then no, it's a surprise pet seed.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
Meantime, mountain trip cost me 1 billion years.
I can't really remember you doing anything like super out of the way. Maybe skip Smith sequence or something, but you never know where the fire source is going to be. So
Yeah.
that's completely justified.
Like, I skip. Like, I don't know when it's gonna pop up, and all the stuff is right in front of me, so. I would have needed to have the money to go to Zora faster. Which is what killed, just what led to me being plus 9 minutes.
Yeah, Zora's actually the reason you gained so much time over Chloe, your cohort here on the restream. Chloe did the flipper checks, but only had 492 rupees. So he had to double dip to get back to Zora.
I was holding off on Eastern because I went to Sash out really early, and I could. And no bow, because it was normal Enemizer. So I couldn't actually clear it. I got confused a few times.
I remember when you went to Thieves Town, you started going to the back and then said, wait a minute.
Yes. There was a moment. I was like...
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, well, it might work out, but now let's just go back and kill the dude.
Your biggest time gain, I think, over Chloe, though, was what Chloe did in the escape. So you remember the guards were in the really nice variety pack with the 8-bomb drop?
Yes.
You unfortunately didn't get lucky enough on the drops, and the ropes just didn't pay out. The same thing happened to Chloe, except he decided to death warp to get another shot at it.
Oh dear.
So lost several minutes in the escape there to guarantee getting the bombs. And he did get the bombs. Unfortunately, there was nothing in the back of escape to make it worth it.
Yeah, well, I think you have to just let some things fly, and that's gotta be one of them.
The Triforce sleeps again. Were you nervous about any of the possible settings that could have popped up?
I was hoping for some meaner ones. All I got was chaos damage, which is funny, at least.
I think we did like regular weighted shuffle, right? Or weighted mystery.
Yeah.
So
Still.
like there were some pretty gross things that could have happened. Like insanity shuffle, I think, has a small chance of happening.
Oh yeah. Give me that, because it would have been funny, not
It would
for
have been
any other
hilarious.
reason.
We wouldn't be able to commentate it so coherently, but we would have been able to talk about stuff the entire time.
Oh yeah. I would need a notepad for that.
Chloe taking down Helmosaur King, Pink Helmosaur King. Using some cape shards here just to make his life a little bit easier. Down goes the scorpion-esque turtle thing, whatever it is. And that is pendant number 3 for Chloe.
We then only need to go back to Kakariko, enter the Lost Woods, and pull that Triforce.
Oh yeah, backup thieves. The item we skipped in thieves was half magic.
Oh well, who cares?
It was down in the big chest, though.
Doesn't help me kill anything faster.
Would have been nice for Armos, I think. Like half magic
Yeah.
plus Burna.
Oh yeah, but he died fast enough, I think.
Oh, I didn't call out the finish times. Whoops. Well, we'll wait for Chloe to finish, and then we'll do them all at once. That thief, though. Get out of here. And with this catch, Chloe Prower finishes second on our restream and 9th overall behind Plasma Kappa, winning the restream and finishing 6th overall with times of 101.59 and 55.05 respectively. Our overall winner today was Ace Zero. So GG's to him, as well as our 2 restream runners. And we are now joined by Chloe in the voice chat. Hey, Chloe.
Hi, yo.
GG.
It's kind of a rough seed for you, I think.
You ever feel like a piece of pavement just get run over? Alright, I don't like the double damage thing. That was not fun.
Yeah, the overworld enemies, they really had your number today.
Oh, and it's like, because you get into that mindset, it's like, okay, how much health do I have? Alright, this thing does 1 heart of damage. I can face tank this. No, it does 4. Like, I think what was it? The little electrified things did like 5 hearts of damage or something ridiculous.
The buzz blobs, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I ran right into one.
And it was 3 fairies. Perfect.
Yeah, Plasma Kappa had the foresight to do the Hera pot in Hera, and caught both fairies that were in that room.
That makes sense. Of course, there was no reason to go to the mountain at all. There was nothing up there, but
Right.
there was just piles of items that didn't do anything besides that one sword. Which you didn't really even need the sword either, because it was like Helma, Armos, and Blind for the bosses, none of which really are improved between regular sword and Master Sword.
Yeah, you just needed that one sword to use your Bombos medallion, which you started with. So the Zora play was a big source of your time loss and misread. Chloe, did you consider doing the 20 rupee cave, or were you
I
just
was
really sure we were going to find rupees?
Thinking about it, but I'm like, I'm just 20 short. I just need Waterfall of Wishing to have 20 in it.
you had to do like 3 dives, and then you killed one crab, and he dropped a 20 rupee. And it's like, woohoo!
Well,
I thought for sure you would do the 2 dives.
I know, I should have. I thought about it, but then I like started running away, and then by the time I thought about it a second time, I was too far away. I felt like I could have saved probably 5-10 minutes, because I don't think I would have done the mountain climb if I had that hammer.
Yeah, the Atalogic mountain climb definitely would have been a more unusual play once you found out that it's pedestal, because you like need a fire source to finish the game. So like, why would you sequence break it?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because I would have found boots a lot later though than I did, because I would have probably gone straight away to do what I did and go into Skullwoods.
Mm-hmm.
But oh well, what could have happened?
Yeah, so I think like the big difference maker between the two was the Zora play, the unfortunate overworld deaths that hurt, but also the escape play. What happened in the escape was very unfortunate.
Okay, so there are 9 ropes in escape, and it's a 50-50 drop, I believe, on this difficulty. Yep. And I got 1 out of those 9. And
actually, it might have been less. So do we know the difficulty?
I'm pretty sure it was normal. I saw green mail or blue mail, but
I didn't see blue mail. Okay.
I don't think it felt like it was still 50-50 for all the other enemies, but
I'm not sure what the prize pack is tied to. Is it tied to pool or functionality?
Well, that prize pack was the miscellaneous one, because
No, I mean the drop rate for the prize pack.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's 50-50 across the board.
Oh, I thought it gets worse on the different difficulties.
It does get worse on the different difficulties, but I don't believe we were playing on hard mode.
Right, but I mean, like the hard mode is split into item pool and item functionality, and I'm not sure which one the prize packs are.
Oh, item pool.
So, like, if you see blue mail, that guarantees it's normal item pool. But I guess it was normal but functionality too. We would have noticed that with the cape and Berna.
Yeah, the hookshot was working properly, I believe. So, but then again, that doesn't change until expert, I don't believe.
Yeah, it's whatever. But yeah, it was 50-50 drop. Both Plasma Kappa also did not get the 8 bombs, so you weren't the only one to get really unlucky. But Plasma Kappa did not transition the screen 15 times and then opt to Death Warp. I don't know if you thought you were trying to like respawn the ropes or something.
I was trying to. I thought it was 2 rooms away. And it's like 2 mega tiles away, so I'm like, why isn't this working?
Nope.
I don't know. I'll have to look up why that didn't work later.
Okay, if it worked, happened. Screws me, it screws me. So, go on.
There was nothing back there anyways. It was like a single rupee, a single arrow, and like, what, a 5 rupee or something? Or no, 5 bombs and a single arrow.
Some miscellaneous junk.
That's the way it goes sometimes. At least we didn't see Trinex.
That would have been funny at the bottom of Ice Palace.
Yeah. Check type cave, maybe get a sword or a fire rod. Then I see first place. Okay, there's no Trinex.
I didn't even get to Hype Cave. I went from Thieves Town down and found the lamp, and then like, alright, let's finish this. But I saw the done when my first dungeon was complete, so I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, you see somebody finish that quickly. It pretty much rules out Trinex. Or at least guarantees if there is a Trinex, there's also a Fire Rod on the way. Well, I think we're about ready to wrap it up, you guys. Do you have any final comments on this amazing mystery pedestal seat?
It was good. I just wish it was longer.
Yeah, I avoided Eastern, and that's about all the good it did me. So my setup kind of got split in half by the pedestal goal.
For sure.
I was actively contemplating trying to save a ferry and getting that bow early. But that went by the wayside.
Yeah, that stopped. I was going to water walk to it immediately, but then other things happened.
All right, well, thank you so much, you guys. Plasma Kappa and Chloe Prower, fantastic runners. Make sure to give them a follow. People in the chat, as well as big thanks to our tracker today, Dark Diplomat. And before I thank Raylan Tankir, who I will absolutely thank, don't worry about that, we need to promote Bite the Bullet. Bite the Bullet is our first showcase. Our first showcase of Bite the Bullet, a blind race between Alpha 5 and Captain Drake, which you can watch on the Speed Gaming main channel at 6 p.m. Eastern. Thank you to everyone who applied to join. More blind races will follow in coming weeks, so there will be an ample opportunity for others to participate as well. We're also proud to announce a month-long world record bounty competition for the game with $350 in prizes to the top runners starting on March 27th. Be sure to check out the Bite the Bullet channel in the Speed Gaming Discord for discussion about that. And now, it's finally time. Thank you so much, Raylan Tankir, for not making me solo commentate today.
Yeah, no problem. I was getting home a bit late, so couldn't sign up early, but seeing you alone there, I thought to myself, nah, can't let Koi just be alone.
I sure do appreciate it.
And I was expecting some more shenanigans from a mystery, but didn't happen today.
Just the way it goes. Well, that's going to be it for me, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out Bite the Bullet, Speed Gaming again, Speed Gaming main channel at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I will see you next time. And I'll leave it to Raylan Tankir, my savior, for the final word.
Was a fun one, and hope to see you the next time.